Welcome everybody to Andromeda 7 Portal. My name is Crystal MacArthur. Thank you all so much. I got a little bit of sage going here today. Woo, energies have been funky and weird today for me. I don't know about y'all, but I'm so glad that I could get on the show tonight. It was rough, but I want to welcome Milky Way's mom, Brenda, Rainbow Phoenix, with Paula and Kelly. Hi, Kelly. And Michelle Cannon-Free and Darth. Robert V. Hi, Robert V. Thank you so much for joining. And I know we got a couple of other people. We have Dark Truth is up in the house. I'm trying to navigate the chat and at the same time look at the screen here. So bear with me. If I didn't call your name, I'll make sure we call it later. And I want to welcome everyone on the panel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. You guys are such a wonderful group of people to work with. Let's welcome Trina Phoenix tonight. Hi.
Hi, everyone. It's so good to be with you.
And Marcia Price. Hi, Marcia.
Hello.
Hi, Big Al. Hey, Big Al.
Hey.
There you are. And then Lori, Pure Love Ascension.
Howdy, howdy. Good to see you all. Glad you're here. Wonderful.
And Teresa D'Antone.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the girl. And Julianne Payne.
Hey, Jules.
Hi, Julie.
Hello,
All right.
everybody. Thank you all for your gifts and talents, and enjoy always.
Aw. Thank you so much, Julie, for joining us tonight. Such a pleasure to have you, beautiful. And if you guys didn't catch that, I'm Crystal MacArthur, and we just thank everybody for showing up tonight. We have a really interesting discussion. As you can tell by the title of this show tonight, it's about the great convergence that's happening here really soon, December 21st. So we're hoping to have a special to get together for you guys, and I'll mention that again later on because we have some other details. We want to make it special for you guys because we feel like you deserve that. Oh, and did I forget you, David Barry?
Yes, you did, lovely, but it doesn't matter.
David Barry.
Can't forget David.
Hello, Soul Tribe.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry,
You've
David.
had a rough day.
Fail.
It's all right. You've had a rough
I love
day.
you, David. You know I do.
I love
Oh
you
my
too.
gosh, you guys. David is so talented, and he has a lot of things that he wants to share with us about a couple of new programs on his very own channel. And he made 1,000 subs, you guys. 1,000 subs.
Awesome. Congrats. Congrats.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I don't know how that happened.
Yep.
I don't know why, David, but you always put music up there that I want to like get up and do like some weird, you know.
Absolutely.
That's so awesome. I try to stay, I try to stay in touch with everybody's channels and what's going on with everybody's channels. I do my best. I strive to keep on top of everything. Sometimes that can get challenging to do. Life gets busy, but I do strive to comment, like, even if I just hit like, you're getting a like from me, to try to support each other's, brothers and sisters channels,
Yeah.
So, hey, David, could you talk a little bit more about the next series that's coming up on your channel?
Yeah, of course I can. Basically, at the moment, what I'm doing, I've just had as you all know, I did a video on the Four Agreements, a Mexican author. It's a really successful series on my channel, but unfortunately, I got a copy written strike, so I had to take it back down. Since then, no YouTube basically incentivized me by making sure I go back through all my old stuff, and I've gotten rid of every copyright issue I have on my channel, so they can't take me down anymore for anything.
Good.
And moving forward, I've always been careful of the copyright issues, but I'm just being a bit more careful now. I've reached 1,000 subscribers. I don't want to lose it now I've gotten this far. Basically, it's sort of I can concentrate now on what I actually wanted to do all along, which was make a series of a book for life, general guides and rules, a code of conduct for people to follow, to live a decent life, so we can all live a decent life together. I started doing that in a basic format when I first opened my channel. You can go back and see my book for life 1, 2, and there is a 3. where it's just got like the old sort of ancient rules of code of conduct on how to be in there. I just did it as a written format, flashing up on the screen with my usual sort of pretty graphics of music. But I'm doing it more now as an audio format where I'm actually talking to you, doing it over the top of my usual sort of style of cool music and pretty graphics, that sort of thing. I've almost finished editing the first one. So that's basically like a recap of my first book for life, along with a few other little bits and pieces in there on how we can manifest a new world vision, so that we all benefit and create the best version of existence that we can all live in. Yeah, and it's funny because my synchronicities are going through the roof, as they always do. So it's weird when synchronicities, you sort of think like, oh, I'm getting a lot of synchronicities. I know I'm getting them because I'm creating them these days now. But the level that it happens to, I was showing Teresa earlier that I was working on this project, and then another YouTuber, Morg, brought out something that was totally in alignment with what I'm doing next. And it's crazy. My synchronicities are nuts. So yeah, I got a couple of videos coming out on that one. Plus I got a little secret project I got coming, hopefully, which everybody's going to enjoy. Right, I can't say a word about that one at the moment.
Mum's the word, right?
Yes, mum is the word on that one. But it's going to be a really, really, really good one if this one goes ahead.
Oh, fantastic.
Well, I think that's absolutely fantastic. I think that since you put up the 4 agreements, I was like, I think we've studied through some of the same little rabbit holes in books, my friend. And so that really hit home with me. But also our taste in music is very similar. And it's like,
it sure is, isn't it?
Yeah, I know you've been loving some of my, videos I share of it. I'm just trying to inspire you, to go, just try to inspire people with music. I'll go from anywhere from all the way back in the day to some of the newer stuff and everything in between. But
same here, you know that,
So also I wanted to thank you for helping us to do this, because without you, I don't think it would really be the same. You bring such a beautiful energy into this realm. And so thank you for, like Julianne says, for sharing your gifts and talents. And I was just going to ask you, what helps you get up and be inspired to share your gifts each and every day?
What was the beginning of it? Sorry, you broke up, Crystal.
Oh, yes. I was asking you, what inspires you to get up and share your gifts every day?
I've just got a really strong urge to help people in every sort of walk of my life. I always have done. Ever since I was little, my mum would buy me a bag of sweets and I'd give 9 of them away and keep one for myself. And like, my mum would be like, what are you doing that for? You're only getting one sweet. I was like, well, that's all I want. I like helping people. I've been that way my whole life. I know obviously they can't, but if you could speak to any of the guys I work with, I do my best to help them. I'm a supervisor down there, and I do my best to be a good supervisor, not, what bosses can be like, as it were. So I do my best to help everybody. And then my spiritual journey's been ongoing on my life, like a lot of you, since I was very, very little. I had weird things happening around me, floating on rainbows, and jumped out of a 2nd-story window once, but I didn't fall. I floated down and just landed gently. My mum said. So I've had loads of odd stuff happening. So I know I've never been particularly normal, never really mixed in with everybody else. Everybody else has sort of kept me at arm's reach, but I still always wanted to help and do stuff for people. Since my spiritual journey, I say spiritual, but I'm not sure if it really is classed as spiritual anymore, the deeper I'm getting into it. Since that's been progressing, I just see people stuck. I'm trying not to be coming from like condescending or like I'm better than you sort of attitude, but I want to be able to help these people to feel better within themselves and progress. And like some people, you just want to shake.
That way. We're all feeling that.
Yeah. And it's just like I just want to be able to be like in the film The Matrix. I just want to come along and rip everybody's spike out of the back of their head. And like, look, look, that's what the world is really like.
See what they're doing to you.
Yeah, this is being done to you, and you're doing it willingly. You're helping them doing it to you. What's the matter with you? So yeah, I just want to try and help everybody wake the hell up so we can all make a better place for everybody, for my children, for your children, and their children.
Yeah.
That is so unselfish of you to do that, and I think we all, each and every one of us that are here together right now, can absolutely relate. So it's like we are very similar frequencies, and all the
Yeah.
little differences that we do have bring us diversity, should I say?
Yeah.
And it helps keep things a little spicy, So we were all the
Yeah.
same. I'd be so bored. So you have a little surprise coming too. So I don't want to go too deep into that, but I want to thank you for sharing that aspect of you. I also have, from a very early age, I just want to help people, and I'm still trying to learn how to help myself. So, but I still,
That's it.
even through my own struggles, I still try to find a way to be helpful or beneficial to others. Of course, I think it's the great unplug from the matrix time right now. So anything we can do to assist people to help pull that plug out, I'm all for that for sure. So
Yeah.
does anybody have any questions for David?
Well, yeah,
I would like
do.
to
Go ahead.
show you a picture that like totally talks about how we are so plugged into this system. This might give a lot of people a really good view.
I've seen that.
Oh,
I've
there's
seen
I've seen
that.
that on a grown-up, in the grown-up form. Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It looks
Now
like
you gotta
a
understand, guys.
I think I can
That's
almost
our
feel
power.
that.
Yeah, that's our power,
Yeah,
and it's
same
also
here.
our deficit. So it's both.
Yeah. Yeah. Have
Yeah.
you seen Dronvulo Melchizedek? He explains a process on how to unlock those
Yes.
energies, like coming
I
outside your
have
head.
seen Drun Below, and he's amazing.
Yeah.
You know,
He explains
it's
how
been
to open those up.
well, you know, and that's what they talk about in the Bible, breaking the 7 seals.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
what
it's a
that
case
is.
of getting them all in alignment, isn't it? And then,
You know, David, I think it might be a little bit more advanced than we have had previous awareness of. I literally think that we're looking at technologies that need to be removed. And I literally think that we need to connect back to our first organic templates and bring back our organic original codes from life itself. And I literally do. I think that the chakra system, like I said, it's like the serpent wisdom. It can save you or slay you, because
totally.
these are ways that we're controlled energetically through the matrix.
Yeah.
So, like I said, but if you can clear those systems, then you can run that light through you and become the rainbow serpent.
Yeah.
Hey, David, Celtic Warrior and I have the same question, or I kind of have the same concern that he has. He says, David Berry, you're right. I want to help everyone, but I only do it now when they ask for it. I just want to rip the plug out of the back of their head, but unless they ask for help, it won't work.
Yeah,
So
well, you're right.
you're asking that question. When do we know when to help or not to help?
That's the trick, because I've come to that kind of realization myself. Everybody's on a separate journey. For all you know, they may seem like they're totally asleep, but they could be further on in their journey than you are. It's just that they've already learned all the lessons that you're learning, so they're already at a different level. I kind of just look for cues, really. Curiosity, asking questions, because I'm always talking about this stuff everywhere throughout my life.
Me too.
So I sort of wait for somebody to ask me a question and show some interest. I don't just force it upon someone.
Yeah.
That's
you
not
never
fair.
force anything on somebody. You know, when people aren't ready, they're just not ready. You know, we just
You
have
can
to.
see it. They look at you. They look at you with that like fluoride sort of stare, don't they?
Yes.
They're like, what? They look at you like, what are you saying?
Or they roll their eyes.
I think David's right. You guys, we got to wait till they ask you, and then I think a really good way to go further with that is never to give advice. Really, just ask more questions. Like, so if they ask you a question, what's a question with that question that can dig deeper, so you can get more information about them, where they are on their journey, so you can do an assessment that and see how open they are, because people don't seem to get turned off by questions. They get turned
No.
off when you're telling them, you know how it's done.
Yeah.
You know
if
the
you're
way.
preaching
Them
it,
to think about
if you're
it.
preaching it, then they're going to push it. They're going to
Oh,
reject
yeah.
it. If you're doing it like the sort of guru, sort of Indian
Yeah.
guru
Yeah.
aspect, they come into you asking the questions. You're just giving them the answers in a cool way.
Yeah.
You know, my mother actually taught me at a very young age. She taught me how to become my own teacher, and she taught me how to be my own healer and not look to someone else to be a guru or healer. But the way she taught and raised me taught me to become independent within my own journey, to become my own guidance, my own teacher, because she's not going to be here forever for me to call her up, hey mom, what should I do? So she's been training me in her own special little Capricorn way on how to take the reins on that and become my own personal healer and my own personal guru in my own special way, my own unique frequency. So we do have to kind of respect everyone has their own way, their own frequency, and their own way of learning how to become their own warrior, their own hero within, for sure.
It really is a path that only you can walk. And then when you're starting to walk that path and you ask for the help and you want the help and you genuinely want to make, go forward with it, it's not something anybody can help you with.
It's
And
important
all
to
of
know
us
how
are
to
like
think, not what to
roots.
think as well.
Yeah.
And we're like roots of a tree. All of us have our roots anchored into different areas of the earth. So we're all learning and channeling and receiving energy from these different lines of creation based upon where you are individually. But all of us together, that's our power.
Yep. It
Absolutely.
is.
Hey, I just saw a couple of other people coming in. Fire Spirit Girl 13. Hi, Kelly. I see you again. David Castle's in the house. Gia's in the house. Hi, Gia. Thank you for
Hey,
joining
everyone.
us tonight. I got Deborah Trudeau is in here and Celtic Warrior. If I missed your name, does anybody else see anybody else I missed here? All right.
Castle.
Yeah, David Castle. All right. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Well, we have something really exciting for you guys. We have our Friday snippets coming up, and just to lighten up the mood before we dive deep with Trina Phoenix on our topic tonight. Hey, Lori, can you go ahead and cue that up for me,
I
please?
sure can. Let's go ahead and get that going. Here we go.
Me sage herb brew. Alphabet soup is her stew. In the spin of combinations, in tune her vibrations. Oracle by the bay, soothsayer today.
Hi, you can't catch me, na 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 na. Back to you, Meg. You can drop that hook over all you want. Just reach for the hook. See what happens when you capsize that kayak of yours. It's all my fault. It was me. Bye. Bye, Nick.
Hi, I was born a piece of toast. Yes, I was baked. I was put together with love. But let me tell you something. I don't like butter on my face. It messes with my pores. No dipping in coffee either. I do like peanut butter though.
Ha! Woohoo! Painkillers, baby! Ha ha! Woo-hoo! I'm liking these drugs, man! You want some? Ha ha!
Oh my gosh, Teresa, you're ridiculous. I love it.
That's awesome.
I watch him. I get all this before everybody else does, and I sit here and I play him over and over, and I'm crying, and I'm just like, "That's how you lift your spirits. That's how you get it up there."
Hey, you guys, if you want to send Lori in some funny clips with your Snapchat or something really silly for the Friday snippets, we could use your help, and we'll take them in and we'll play them on the show. So feel free to just email us those clips, and we'd be happy to play them. So We'd appreciate it. You guys are welcome to interact with us as much as you'd like, so we want to include everyone in on that funness. Hi, Mary. How are you, hon? Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Crystal.
Yeah.
Fire Spirit Girl 13. I would love to address everyone personally. I do with energy. I just can't keep up with typing and the energies. So we should have her on.
We should. Yeah. If you want to come on, just email us at andromeda7portal@gmail.com, and that will also show up at the end, Fire Spirit, at the end of the show. Just jot it down, or I think we can we put a link in the chat, guys?
Well, that's just it.
We do. We have it down here and at the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
Type in our Andromeda link. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, we'd love to have y'all on. You guys want to come on? Just let us know. We'll pull you in, and we'll have some fun.
That's just it. That's why I created this show, was so that everyone has a chance. If you want to call up Lori, can put you on in an instant. If you got something to talk about, that's why I created the show. So, and I want to thank all the panelists for making this happen. And I'm here in LA trying to get home. I got to go to Orlando from here, but we haven't got our trailers yet. So with that, I'll get off the show, go to chat, and I'll see y'all later.
That's what's up.
Bye, Al. Be careful.
That's what's up. All right, guys. So let's get into our discussion tonight. We're with Trina. So Trina, how the time that's coming up, this is December 21st. There's ceremonies going on all over the place right now. Why is this such a pivotal moment in our realm? Can you go into that, hun?
Yeah, I think it's because we have an inner knowing. And I just think that people can feel it. It's just like we have a sense when things big are going to happen. So I really think it's an inner stirring. And you guys are watching. I mean, this is global. The whole world is feeling this.
I agree. And I think that you can really tell, because either people are, you can kind of tell in their energy that they're kind of going along with this. They're awake and attuned to this moment, and other people are just literally losing their minds and losing a grip on themselves and the reality and everything. And this was spoken of in a lot of the prophecies, that either you're going to be grounded to go through this, or you're not going to be grounded, and you things are just going to go absolutely full-blown circus at this time. I also wanted to ask you, what are the major astrological and elements that are involved with these influences that are happening on our planet?
Well, when we're looking at the December 21st alignment, and I'm not an astrological genius, because trust me, my gosh, there are some people out there that are just talented. But what I keep seeing because I hear about what's coming and the planetary alignments and all that, and then I go into myself and I try to put it together in a language that works for me. And what I'm seeing is that this is the splitting of two worlds. Everything has been put into place for red ship and blue ship. Everything has been put into place through politics, the whole nine. You definitely can see a clear division between humanity with the belief system.
Do you think that Julianne mentioned something earlier about there is no outside, that this alignment is actually happening within our own spiritual mass consciousness? Is it something physical on the outside happening, or is it something completely internal? Which one do you think it is?
I think that what happens inside is what manifests out.
Yeah.
Agreed. As within, as without.
100%.
Yep. All right. I know this is, they say that we're going into the age of Aquarius. And I think we're starting to see that struggle between, it's almost like when you say two worlds, you almost want to say two different frequencies. Either you're here to serve others, or you're here to serve yourself. I'm starting to see that the people who just serve themselves and not try to, I mean, there's a balance to it. I feel like, you know, when you're serving yourself and serving from a full vessel, you can help others, but there are others who are just completely greedy. And I think greed has got this world, some people by the balls, unfortunately. But to balance, you know, knowing when to serve and when not to serve, when to kind of reserve yourself. I'm starting to see people who are just about their greediness. They're starting to not do so well. They're looking a little shaky, baby. So
Yeah.
have you noticed that?
Yeah,
Have you noticed?
I have.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Absolutely.
funny because you're explaining the transit. You're explaining what's happening because we've got Jupiter and Saturn getting ready to go conjunct. And this is the closest alignment for 1,000 years. I think 613 and then like 12 something was the last time that these planets have been this close to each other. So Saturn is about limitation, government, structures, systems, money, religion. And then you've got Jupiter, which is about expansion. So you've got limit and expansion, red ship, blue ship. Same thing. The two worlds separating, and you're going into one belief system or another. So you either believe in limitation and you believe in the systems and you believe in religion and you believe in all of these things, or you're breaking free from those constructs and you're getting into the expansive energies of creation. So this is where we're seeing, and this is Pluto's involved in this too. Pluto is about subconscious mind, all the undercover, hidden parts of self. So Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter are going to be lining up. And that is going to cause, in my perspective, I feel a subconscious tsunami.
Wow.
So everything
I've been having
everything
dreams
that's
about
hidden is going to
tsunami.
surface.
Yeah,
all
I've
of your
had-
insecurities.
Yes, I've had dreams about tsunamis for the past, like, I would say 10 years, and they're not tsunamis from the ocean. They're like these energetic tsunamis. And so I feel like, yeah, I can relate with that. Has anyone else had dreams about these energetic waves?
Yeah, I've just seen a lot of physical
I've been
changes
feeling
happen
like
to our body.
some dizzy spells, like out of nowhere. I'm
Yeah.
washing dishes,
Yeah.
just doing mundane,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, I just get this like dizzy feeling, almost like I'm going to pass out. But then I kind of come back but I feel the waves. I'm feeling that energy every day.
Marcia, didn't you say you were feeling the earth literally move under
Yes,
you?
I literally feel like this has happened to me about 3 times now. I feel like I'm rising. I was sitting in my car the other day and I'm like, I think the earth is moving. It feels like it's rising. It's going higher.
Yep.
It's the
So
strength.
we're actually feeling the physical expansion of these influences, because I do too. And I thought maybe I was just having, because I'm up here in the hills, I thought maybe I was just having elevation sickness, but I'm getting these waves where I feel like I'm like, whoa, what is going on? And I've never had vertigo or dizziness or off balance my entire life until just recently. So, David, have you experienced any of physical symptoms?
Yeah, totally. I'm a climber in work. I've been climbing trees all my life, and I've got really good balance. I'll just be walking along, and all of a sudden, it's like somebody's pushed you, and you're like, "Whoa, what happened there? That's not. Oh, you're just standing still," and all of a sudden, you're going, "Whoa."
This is an interesting one. Deborah Trudeau, she says she's having dreams about every house having a boat on its roof. That's a flood dream, isn't it?
That's not good. That's something that's
That's
concerning me.
Aquarian.
There's something that's switching on the last couple of days. The dawning of the age of Aquarius water. Isn't there supposed to be like, you've seeing these like NASA Navy maps for 2025 where half of the world's underwater? I hope everybody's not manifesting that by all this concentration on Aquarius.
You know what came to my mind with the boats on top of the houses?
Yeah.
Admiralty law.
Yeah.
We're under Admiralty law now, aren't we? Yeah.
Everything is about the vessel, the ship.
Yeah.
So there were boats on top of all the houses. I think that's showing that the breakaway of the Admiralty law system might be leaving us. But right now we're seen as boats on top of all the houses, but the water would bring those away. And how would you be safe from water? You would enter the boat. But it would no longer be attached to the house anymore.
Like Noah's Ark.
I'm seeing something
like a Noah's Ark situation.
Kind of, yes. This is kind of what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
Can
go
I
for
say
it.
something?
Julianne and I were talking about this today in chat. Go ahead, Julianne.
We are
Go ahead, sweetie.
Yes.
we are the waters.
Yes.
We are the waters because it's an air sign, but it's also the water bearer, and that's us. So we are the waters, and I've just got truth bumps. We are the waters. Okay, so collectively, what everybody starts thinking, you are the potent I all. You are the potential. So if you think of it as the negative, that's what you'll be creating. So I know we've already won, folks.
Me too.
I know.
You know,
because I've been writing it for a very long time.
Aquarius too is got Aqua Aries. And Aries is the ram. It's the sign of Phi. It's the spiraling of the information of the light coming from the cosmos into your mind, giving you inspiration in spirit. So the spirit gets brought into the ram and into the waters, which is us, and we manifest a new reality through the inspiration, the aqua, the water, and the Aries, the fire of God, infusing that water and making a new template for a new reality. Aqua Aries.
And hydrogen used to be called aqueous vapor. Aqueous vapor. Can you see the aqua in aqueous vapor? The hydrogen. That's what's being activated in the cosmos for us to receive. So we are the waters. And so we're of pure spirit. We will receive all that energy. Come one, come all. The second coming is us all.
Yeah, I'm not trying to manifest a pole shift where all these movies that have programmed us into these disaster films. I do not buy into the disaster films. I'm here to heal, to build, to renew, to regenerate, and build something. Reveal the real world, the real life, the real truth. So I don't subscribe to asteroids and the pole flips, and I am not manifesting any of that stuff in my world. So I'm not seeing any of this stuff going on in my world. I know all the Reese's maps, all the Edgar Casey stuff, and the Navy maps, and all that. I know you guys have been down those rabbit holes. I'm telling you guys, don't buy into it. It's to manipulate you into to creating reality you don't want.
Exactly.
The thing is, when you're having a dream or something, how do they show you a wave if it's not a water wave? Or I'm doing this and that's a wave. It's a cosmic wave. So it's not, if they show you water, that's the only way you might envisage a wave. So it's nothing to do, because you're the waters. You're the one that's receiving the wave. You're it. There's nothing outside of you. You're creating your reality. We're already one.
Good positive things, or you can accept negative things. So it's a choice.
We've already done it, and we're just now catching up time-wise.
Yeah.
We've already been through this, and that's why we're connecting and having such synergies amongst all of us.
Yeah.
It's because we've already done it.
It's like a ripple going back through time.
The Aquarius energy too, guys, is about vision. It's about envisioning and joining your vision, intellect. It's about systems that explain human evolution. It's about finding new ways, new paths. And Aquarians, they're social. They love their people and they love to be with their people. So water bearer is the unity that will come to us all. And, we've got Ophiuchus in the mix here. And you're not seeing anybody really talk about Ophiuchus being in this mix. And And in Ophiuchus, in the next few days, on the 30th, we'll be having a partial lunar eclipse. This is, I believe, going to be some very strong energy. We're already feeling it now, and this is why the energy's getting kind of cuckoo. It's going to be surfacing a lot of your own doubt, inner fear, a lot of going, what is happening to my world? Nothing looks the same. Everything's kind of being on standstill. What's real? What's not? Who's the president? Who's not? All of this stuff is that magical window that you can choose which way you want to go with these energies. So through the power of the serpent, this is the symbol of our medicine. So through the serpent wisdom, we should be magnetizing through that magnetic pole into our own Torah field that which we want to manifest on this planet. It's time now to bring in the ancient wisdom of the serpent and the ancient healing properties that are innate to us, but they have been disconnected, not used, forgotten, lost, but for whatever reason, the bridge has been made. We now, again, truly have access to these powers. And it's been a long time, guys, and it's up to us to anchor it into the now.
And David, could you explain the 13th sign of Ophiuchus a little more for us?
Please.
I've actually only just come to hear of it myself, so I don't really know anything about it other than that it was recently added or discovered or something like that.
Isn't it the
That's
13th
literally all I know
zodiac
about it.
sign?
There's a 13th, yeah, it's a 13th zodiac sign. Yeah.
It'd be
Where-
amazing.
And it's
That's all I know.
How was it discovered, Trina? Where?
it was just recently discovered. They literally never really spoke about this before about 7
How does
years
that
ago.
happen? How does that even
Yeah,
happen?
it
though? The
literally
stars have
just
always been
started
up. It's like, oh,
showing
we
up.
missed it.
Yeah,
Is it-
and
is
it's
it-
always
is it one
been
of the
in the
star signs?
constellation.
It's in the constellation. It's in the constellations, right?
Yes, the serpent's tail literally goes through Scorpio and Capricorn. So,
is it,
yeah.
is this, how do you say it? Ophiuchus?
Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus, and it's spelled
Is the serpent's tail?
OPHI, which is O5. This is literally telling you this serpent pole power is the symbol of medicine. If you guys can run this opportunity, you can literally draw forth through the water. You can literally
You can program
bring in
that
this new
water.
energy.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
that's what the Kundalini awakenings we've been going through is kind of trying to hinting at us, because I feel like we've all been experiencing all those. I don't get just one Kundalini. I mean, they kind of come in waves, literally. These processes happening within connecting to my pineal gland and the Christ oil. Isn't there a Mr. Astrology that talks about that? There's a bunch of information we put out about that, which I've found very helpful and useful. Oh, and here's a picture of my Aquarian baby. There's that's Brandon, my Aquarius. So he's definitely he was born able to communicate to me telepathically. Did anyone else have a baby you could just talk to telepathically with?
Yes.
I could do with my mum, not my children.
Yeah.
Yet.
My sister and I have a really good, I know what she's thinking. She knows what I'm thinking. It's, I know exactly what she's thinking.
I think the telepathy within, the human, between all of us has exponentially gotten more profound, and we're starting to realize, oh gosh, we have this ability to speak without having to use our physical. We can use our mind to communicate together. I think it's starting to get more intense. Has anyone experienced that? More intense telepathy?
Yes.
I don't have enough interaction with other people to know for sure. Most of the people I interact with are strangers, like stores and out on the street or neighbors. I don't really have anybody I'm that close to other than my brother. And my brother, I pretty much know what he's thinking most of the time.
Yeah. Not just the physical, but also I'm connecting a lot easier with Eric. In fact, he pranked me the other day at work. And I kept thinking in my mind I was due for a prank. And I was at my desk and I set something down really quick and I walked away and thinking I was going to come back to it and then put it on the wall. And I came back and it was gone. And so I went around the whole shop looking for it and I went, Eric, put it back, please. Please put it back because I know you're punking me. Came out of the door, came back, there it was on the desk. I swear to you, it was not there. I know he punked me. And then
That's
he told
so
me
funny.
later, yep, I punked you. Yep.
Well, you know what's so funny too? I've been getting that same message, Lori, but a little bit different. Anytime anything is going missing in the house, like instead of looking for it and freaking out, I'll look for it for a minute. And my daughter was looking for something too the other day. And I was like, just stop and ask for them to bring it back.
Yep.
And it's getting, you find it within minutes. It's so quick. And I'm like, they're saying, guys, reach out and ask for help. So I have a feeling a lot of people are going to start getting punked hard. And if they don't start asking, hey, show me where this is at, help me find it. Then you're gonna be in a little bit of a pickle because they're gonna play with you pretty good.
Yeah.
What's happening is if you think of a radio, it used to be called the wireless, which was a crystal set. So what's happening is we're wireless, and what's happening is we're becoming a new clear radio system, which is a transmitter and a receiver. So what will happen is there won't need to, you'll be able to read them. They won't be able to tell whether they're lying or not because you can just see what's going on, and that's what's going to be going on.
Yeah, my truth meter has been going crazy lately. I can tell when somebody's not being truthful with me instantly now. And it's right here at the solar plexus. I'll say to them, it's just not ringing true for me. I'm just not feeling truth in that statement. You want to try again? And you get the look like, oh shit.
So our bullshit meter's getting pretty good. That's a good thing.
Strong. Yep. It is.
So does anybody have any questions in the chat? Do we see any new questions in the chat for Trina?
So do you guys want me to read what the kind of message I got for maybe a focus, like a little bit of intention for where we might want to go into this Aquarian?
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So
sounds good.
What I see is that this is an opportunity to awaken the hidden medicine. Within the splitting of the two worlds, where we've become so divided, Jupiter and Saturn are coming into conjunction, which is the same thing. Expansion versus limitation. But Pluto is there to uncover. Focus on the truth and don't fear what comes up from your subconscious mind. It's truly a gift for you to discover and divine. Ophiuchus, the dragon, the serpent, but also the phoenix, the healer, the miracles, the fetal cells, the shedding of the skin, the rebirth, the affecting all new things, menstrual blood, life, cranial unwinding and unwinding of the trauma held within the spine. In Aquarius, we hold vision, new systems that explain human evolution. And as the eclipse comes, and then another on December 14th, they are both holding within them very different energies. The first one will bring forth the insecurities, but the next one will be the anchoring of your power. So we need to claim the newest and best timeline for our planet. Ophiuchus is the healer, and this medicine will give us the new germ, the new genesis that we need to give birth. Shedding the skin and making it new. Eclipse, claim the highest timeline for you. Bring in the new material or the matter. You draw it into you and you send it right back out to create. Dream weavers. You need to dream big. Dream the dream and fill your mind with the power of inspiration in the Aqua Aries. Air, air and fire. This is what you will catch to be inspired. And then you will drive it into the water and we will create a new ocean based with new geometry, sound, and light. Use the power of the magic within you. Use the power of your vision. Pull the new geometry and light into you. Then send it out to the world, giving it back and sending it out of every single one of your power points of light. Dream weavers, dream the weave, creating a new web or a new matrix that we shall see. The splitting of the worlds, what does it mean? It's a new domain that we reflect, that which we see. So dream the dream, dream weavers. It's now time to hold your vision. Take the magic carpet ride to explore your inspiration. For all of us must come down, for all of this must come down before it comes back up. Remember, you were chosen to be here now, dear ones. Many petitioned to come, but only few got to go. We usher in the new age, the new light, the new logos. We usher in the Aquarian age, Jesus energy, and Saint Germain. I now know that we will see, and we will no longer say, I believe. For now we go into the power of the inner, the power that says, I don't believe now, I know. So all we need to see is the truth, and then we are free. So anchor in the truth into this new Aquarian age. Dream your dream, inspire yourself, and take a leap of faith. Knowing what is done this day can spin the wheels of fate. Our frequency and what we see will take us to the proper gate. So dream the world you wish to see and know what we can make it be. We magnetize and realize and create our new tree.
Okay, so the song does not remain the same. This is going to be a new song, and the cosmos is flipping the old record and putting the new damn record on the spin, right?
Yes.
Change the frequency.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Thank you so much, Trina. That was absolutely profound, and I'm probably gonna have to go back and rewatch and re-listen.
I know. I'm thinking the same thing.
Definitely.
Yeah. So let's go ahead, brother. Brian Lunsford unfortunately wasn't able to make it tonight, but he does have some card readings that Teresa would like to share with us. So if we can pull up the picture of the cards and do the card reading, I'd appreciate it, you guys.
Okay. This first one is Mirrored Souls. Okay, so we went to that one. Hang on a second.
Well, that's all right. Mirrored Souls.
You got Mirrored Souls? Okay.
Yes, it's there.
So Brian Lunsford pulled these for the entire group in the chat room tonight.
Guys, that card is Ophiuchus.
Wow.
That is the serpent right there, the duality within you, the man and the female. Yep. That is Ophiuchus. That's profound. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, because he hasn't had time to really get with us on what all the ins and outs were of this subject tonight. So the fact that he pulled this is really wild.
Mind-blowing.
There is an undeniable spiritual connection here. Duh. With this other soul. This will help you see all facets of yourself. The person in question is indeed a mirrored soul, reflecting back to you hidden aspects of yourself. Both beautiful and challenging, the connection of mirrored souls is one of the hardest, most fulfilling relationship you will ever experience. Serving as cosmic mirrors, each soul reflects aspects of the other that may need healing and balancing. Although this process can be confrontational and challenging, it is also rewarding as it accelerates the growth in both souls. So if you have issues with self-worth and self-love, your soul mate will soon mirror you those same qualities or do that which may cause those hidden shades to surface. There will be times when you will feel very tested and challenged. However, if you see this beautiful partnership as an opportunity for growth, both you and your partner will come to embody unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
Each time your married soul does something to aggravate and hurt you, see this moment as an invitation to go within and find the shadow or wounded self that is being provoked by these actions. See this as a wonderful opportunity to break old belief systems and patterns that held you a prisoner of your own mind. Your mirrored soul challenges you, but also assists in freeing you from that repetitious wheel of suffering. And finally, you are moving through the shadowlands and coming to that place of acceptance, love, and compassion. This is the greatest gift you can bestow upon each other. Affirmation: through the reflection of your soul, I am better able to see also aspects of myself.
Nice.
Wow. I'm so like going through that right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because you guys, I've pretty much made my private, like my relationship with my soulmate. We're pretty much kind of, I don't know why we feel called to kind of throw out our experience for the public to see, because we are on that very journey that you're talking about, is getting into a place of that unconditional love, and the things that we see in each other that we don't like, we just go back into ourselves and work on it, but we're willing to like look ourselves in the mirror, then look at each other, and then look at ourselves. And that takes balls, y'all. It takes balls.
Big time.
Yep.
Big
Takes
time.
strength.
Wow. Thank you, Teresa. That was absolutely profound. Do we have another set of cards?
He read three. He read three others, and they're shorter.
Okay.
Daughter of Cups, Strength, and Wands. 10 of Wands, I believe. So the first one is Daughter of Cups. Hang on. Creative energy abounds from the Daughter of Cups. She's romantic, artistic, and easily inspired by her surroundings. A true dreamer by nature, she struggles to stay grounded or to deal with any harsh realities that come her way. Conflict of any kind is very disturbing to this gentle creature. That's Daughter of Cups. The next one is Strength, of a lion here. Let's bring this up.
How'd I know the lion was going to come up?
All right. It's common to think of this card as the roaring, devouring side of the lion. But look again. The strength this card suggests is a much deeper force that found within. The lion represents our most patient, composed self. He is a master of focus, compassion, and self-control. When this card comes up, you're in need of harnessing this power for yourself. All the courage you need can be found in the muscle that is known as the heart. And lastly, 10 of Wands. Boy, he was busy pulling cards for us, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
This is so
Good card.
profound.
Excellent
Guys,
card.
this-
This
The
is
10 of
synchronicity.
Wands is, let's see, I'm sorry, Lori, what were you saying, honey?
I'm sorry, it's synchronicity on all of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The 10 of Wands is a different card to face. Mental or physical burdens have been weighing on your spirit. Over time, this leads to hopelessness and depression. You simply can't get through to what you want. You cannot see the way. If this card appears in response to a person or situation, it may be best to simply walk away. But if this card comes up frequently, it indicates you are attracted to negativity. You choose to walk the hard road.
Ouch.
Ouch.
It hurt.
Yeah, but you know what? I
Wicked.
swear to God, when I look at that, I'm like, that is the most beautiful explanation of this energy that we're coming into. That darkness, that is all of the unconscious, subconscious blocks and hidden things that we need to work on. And when you blend that with the Daughter of Cups, do you see the rainbow coming out of that cloud? And then in the center, that's the Christ energy. That's and the infinity sign on the forehead. That means you're collapsing red ship, blue ship into the Christ energy, which is the purple, which brings you into the balanced infinity.
Yeah, and the sun actually makes that shape in the sky throughout the years. The
Yes.
infinity.
Yep.
Yep.
And we were doing remote viewing the
Yeah.
other night in Max Vision remote viewing.
Uh-huh.
And when we first close our eyes, we report the first shape we see. And I saw the sideways figure eight, the number 8 sideways.
The infinity sign.
Doing that, and I didn't remember what it was
You
called,
could-
so
yeah.
I didn't type it in the thing because I'm like, I'm going to sound like a fool. So I didn't.
I've been drawing the infinity symbol since I was very little, always drawing figure eights. Figure eights is my favorite shape from when I can get a crayon in my hand. So, there's definitely a connect. We are all connected, It's not like we're disconnected. It's that disconnect that is the lie. We're actually very, very profoundly connected if we could just remember that we are and honor that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Teresa. And thank you, Brian, for pulling those perfect cards. Hey, Jules, do you have a poem for us?
Yeah, I do have a poem.
Oh,
I just want to say a bridge is actually a beam, right? So BM. And when you actually do a capital B, it's a 1 and a 3. That's a 13. BM. Right. So the other one, when we're talking about Ophiuchus, O is a 0. That's the crossing point, 0. pH is the actual your level, your balance, your pH level in your body. Then there's I, which you are all an I, and then there's you, because you are I, I, you, and then there's C, and then there's hues on the end of it, which is color. So O, the balance, I, you, C, the color. Ophiuchus.
Wow.
What?
Whoa.
Through
the
the balancing of the alchemy within, we ignite the rainbow of the serpent.
And we are the Rainbow Warriors, people. We're
Yes.
the ones we've been waiting for. Like Marcia said earlier, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We're not waiting for some strange savior to come out of the middle of the sky and ride down on a white pony. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry to bust your bubble, but that all comes from within, an empowered choice to be responsible and accountable for yourself and loving others out from that accountability, treating people how you love yourself. And when you're not loving yourself, just take a break, step away, get centered, get focused, and forgive yourself and move on. That is absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Jules.
But I have got a poem.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Righto. Here is a little rhyme written on some liber. The inner bark of tree, a fable she, the scribe her. A little book called Biblis, a library storehouse. Around the wheel tails go like the hands of tick-tock mouse. Liber all, a free man tree. Libel, a tablet. Can you note, see? A written printed statement that became unfavourable. Ridiculed in public, the thing was unstable. Getting back to the Liber, the Libra scale in dial, set the balance, rise above and smile.
Yay.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm a Libra, so I'm a Libra Scorpio. So. But you know what? There's that song, Bring the Balance Back. Robert Plant was singing in Battle of Evermore. I love that
Oh
song.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Love that song. Well, guys, I want to thank you, Jules. I love you, girl. So I
Thank
do
you.
have some announcements for next week's show. I just wanted to let you guys know in the chat that we have a surprise guest, and it's a surprise, so I gotta keep my mouth shut. I can't say yet. And then
Mum's
we're
the
gonna
word.
mum's the word today. And then we're gonna have Marta share some of her heartfelt experiences, and she's got a few clips that we're gonna play. She's just, she's got a crazy schedule, but she was still able to get some things going for us. So we'll introduce Marta. She's the Deep Thoughts Here and Now. So go over to her YouTube and please subscribe to her channel. I'd certainly appreciate it. And December 21st, we're going to get together for the group meditation for the Grand Convergence. I can't speak. The Grand Convergence. So that'll be, everyone's doing ceremonies. We're going to create our own personal ceremony. So please make sure you join us for that, because that'll kind of be our Christmas special. We don't expect everyone to jump on here on Christmas Day and be here for if you celebrate Christmas or Yule or whatever it is you're celebrating. So we're trying to keep that in mind for you guys. And stay tuned for the outro, because we have a lot of our community members on the outro, the information and links and things where you can find goods and skills and services of your fellow brothers and sisters. So please do go and support them. Some of them, this is how they make their living, and they're just willing to share those things with us. And also, if you would like to become part of the show, there is a guest list right now, and we're getting pretty filled up. So please be patient with us. We will bring you on. It's just we've had such a huge response to this that we've kind of now developed a list. So it's going to take us a little bit of time. So please do keep that in mind, that we have other things that we'd like to get out first that we promise to others. So just be mindful of that, and we will definitely get you on here. And any questions or comments or anything that you would like to see and things like that, go to andromeda7portal@gmail.com. And I appreciate each and every one of you for coming tonight. Thank you, Trina. Thank you, Jules. Thank you, Lori. And thank you, David. I'm looking forward to your new stuff. And Teresa, go ahead, hon.
Well, I've got two more for you that came up, Crystal. I didn't have a chance to tell you.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, hon.
The first is Karen Kasparov. She's had some communications people take a look at her communications setup. So she's really hoping to be connected soon and hop on. I hope it's next week. Let's cross our fingers for her and give her good intent. Also, she'll be traveling, right, David, during that ceremony on the 21st. Yeah. Is there anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, she's going to, I believe she's going down to Australia to be with the Aborigines when they actually start singing the new songs into the ley lines of Earth. They're going to be using the crystal network that Karen's created to actually then anchor those new songs into the Earth, using one of those heart.
Wow.
I don't know if you saw it. She found a heart fossil. I think it was an ammonite. So they're actually going to be using this heart, which has got some of the new songs in it.
Yeah,
and singing those songs into the lines. If you go on the Crystal Network website, you can see it all on there. Yeah. Hello.
I have the other heart.
Oh yeah, you've got the other one, haven't you?
So maybe that should be the focus when we do our ceremony, is to connect the heart.
Definitely. Yeah, that's
I
a
got
good
the
idea.
other heart.
So if she has a connection in the field, which is highly unlikely, but given where she is, she might be able to join our ceremony on the 21st that we're having our special.
I'm hoping so. We haven't spoken to her yet, but
with the Aborigines, that would be just great.
Yeah.
And the second piece that came up, Crystal, is Nina. Nina made an announcement. I think it was on the card read that her time is freeing up. So she might be able to start jumping back in maybe as early as next Friday.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Love you, Nina.
Can I have one word? I want to say one word. Medicine. Me, to, see, in. The DI in medicine is 2 when you divide or you bisect something. So it's MEDIC in medicine. So it's inside.
Nice.
in. But we have to have the courage to go in, and I've even had to face some ugly things about myself and really look at it and go, oh. So it's a definitely a courageous path and process to go ahead and look at yourself. Go ahead and do it now. Look in that mirror of yourself. Go ahead and face it now, because I'm telling you, we will need people facing themselves and being honest with themselves, knowing, going from believing to knowing, and trusting that knowing, and going forth from that state of consciousness will be so critical at this time. So you guys, please stay tuned. We would love to have you guys on for the 21st, and we'll have some awesome.
Can I say one more thing real quick about Aquarius?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, Aquarius is the 11th house.
Yeah.
So I keep seeing this really special alignment on January 11th in the 11th house.
Ooh,
yeah, so it seemed, and it's 2020, so it's going to be 11122.
Oh,
and
all
I
the
just
numbers
keep
have
seeing.
been chasing me for like 20 years. Okay.
Yes. So when we look at the 11th house is goals, friends, future affinity with Uranus and Aquarius. In the 11th house, you are aware of society and how to relate to it. Act to improve or change society in some way. You may wish to do volunteer work or social activism. Consider your vision for humanity, for the future, and act on this vision. Be ahead of your time. Dare to be unconventional. Focus on your personal goals. Take seriously the future that you want to create for yourself. The planet and the zodiac sign will show you how to approach your personal vision. Act as if the future vision is already here. This is the key. Act like it's already here. Your friends will be the most important part of your answer. Focus on your friends, your soul group, your colleagues, your like-minded people. Your personal support networks will be very important in this time, and you will need to create more networks or a current one if you don't currently have one. The 11th house is favorable for working with groups and teams. Be a team player. Support the group over individual dreams or outcomes or concerns. The planet and the zodiac sign will show you how to relate to a group, whatever group is indicated. This house is focused on intellectual systems that explain where society and humanity is heading. Eccentric, innovative, futuristic ideas of people may be indicated. This new age is here now. The 11th house also rules scientific viewpoint and electronic technology. When you roll the 11th house, envision the future you want to live in. Check it out. You are on the cutting edge.
Haven't we all been kind of a little bit more forward than the people around us? I was always setting trends in school. I was always 3 outfits ahead of ideas. I've always been a little bit of a trendsetter, but then also a trend breaker. Like, oh, I'm bored with that now. And then the organic consciousness. We're always getting copied. We can't be replicated, but we can kind of be copied, and I'm used to that. But it doesn't bother me anymore. It used to bother me. Now it's kind of a compliment. Like, oh, you like that?
Definitely. Yep. Definitely a compliment. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap the show up tonight. Like I said, stay tuned for the outro. We appreciate every single one of you. Do be the frequency you want to receive. Know yourself, love yourself, and go out there and live big.
And be honest with yourself and others. Love you all.
Love you guys.
Love you.
And my side fly.
Yeah, love.
Side flies.
Yeah. Hang on.
Hey.